So second map is about to start. We have already seen the first one between these two guys, and the first one was a lot of glaive throwers on both sides, which ended up to be an amazing game for LawLiet and not such the perfect game for Mr. Foggy. Usually he outperforms, usually he, in a series of the best of 5, I've seen Foggy, becoming better and better throughout the series, but I also saw LawLiet play best of 7 in that Twitch Champions League that will be starting, this week again, right? Is it tomorrow or is it Friday?
Tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow, 12 CST. I don't really know who's playing, but it's Group C and D, and the Group D is, as far as I know, the Group of Death, with Remind, Check, Believe, and someone else. Group C is Lucifer, Bainey, Agatha, and Music. That's always that's gonna be fun tomorrow. You can join me if you want.
That looks like an amazing group. Want to see about the joining part, not so sure, because I don't know how much time I will have, but usually this looks like an interesting group with interesting games coming up. Yes. So we're gonna figure it out, let you know later today about that, and then yeah, make sure to join that cast. It will be amazing, because Twitch Champions League was amazing last season. I think Focus was able to win it, right?
Exactly. Focus won 4-3 in the grand final best of 7 against LawLiet. And I think we too had a lot of fun casting together. We basically had this date on Thursday when we got together. And yeah, I think this episode will be even better because from the quarterfinals on, it will be an offline tournament.
Nice.
Only the groups are online. So TWCL3, gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I tried to apply for that one, and it was like you need to be in South Korea to play it.
Yeah.
So application denied. Didn't work in the end. But yeah, let's pay attention to this game. Bottom half on Ancient Isles, we have the yellow spawning knife player LawLiet, reigning king and defending his title and going for the 240 euros for the first place today. The challenger is still Foggy, down a map, but he can still turn it around. It's a best of 5, and he will probably go full distance if he can play his A game. Both of the players are going with the Demon Hunter, and Foggy is starting the creep here already with the Ancient of War. On the other side, LawLiet is creeping that as well. Both of them in a complete mirror fashion, starting with the same build, same hero, and same style. Nothing crazy, nothing super out of the box. And yeah, what kind of an item will be the first drop be here? We have for LawLiet no item yet, but a Glove of Haste for the Demon Hunter of Foggy, which is of course not that bad, but Circlet or Claws of Attack will definitely be better. Glove of Haste as well on the other side, so no advantage being granted in the earlier stages of that game. Wisp Scout already. Early Hunter's Hole though, while we do not have a Hunter's Hole for LawLiet, but he goes for a tier 2 tech.
Yeah, very early tech from LawLiet, and of course Foggy's build order points towards bears. He gets 1 or 2 hunters before, so he has a bit better map control, and then later you get the lords because you have the hunter's hole already. For LawLiet though, not so sure. You can play talents here on Ancient Isles. On the other side, you can get the Zeppelin very early on in this game, and bears and Zeppelins, man, signature moves of LawLiet coming in. No, still no hunter's hole.
Last week he was able, with a wisp at the laboratory, Orcworker was the opponent. Orcworker was creeping the laboratory, the big red one, and then LawLiet in the last second bought a Zapper and detonated it on the big creep and got the experience. That was amazing.
Yeah, I think that's moves that are not really utilized to the degree that they could be. Basically, only LawLiet is doing it.
Yeah.
Still a lot of potential for the Warcraft elite to get used to Zeppers, or Jeppas as we call them now. Here's LawLiet's Hunter's Hall in his main base, so very fast tech, but of course only archers, but he knows, alright, I got my 3 archers here, I can get the Drake, I can get the big item, no problem.
I'm super surprised that Foggy doesn't get a scout there in time. Now we're gonna see a level 3 Demon Hunter with the Boots of Keltalas, or almost level 3, he barely misses. He misses 2 experience points to go up to that level 3. Now we have Boots of Speed on the other side with Dust of Appearance. He needs to make his opponent bleed. I wouldn't be surprised if he calls a Town Power, but he's not willing to do that yet. Kills the first archer, is going for his second one. Cannot afford to lose the Wisp, so this will grant the level 3 to the Demon Hunter. He is so fast, but he's being blocked there, and this archer will stay alive. Can he get the one in the back? If the Demon Hunter blocks him again, he should be able to get out of there. Boots of Speed helping Foggy a lot to get in touch. But no, it's not enough, and he gets the Ancient of War in the position to be the big bodyguard for these guys. Wow, that was pretty damn impressive for LawLiet.
Exactly. He saved basically everything. On the other side, you can see what boots can do to your Demon Hunter, man. The movement speed is crazy, but the boots of Quel'Thalas, we have to talk about that. 6 damage additionally, and improved attack speed on top of the Globes of Haste. That's like the dream item you can get there apart from the Vamp Aura, I guess. LawLiet now, with the Keeper of the Grove as a second hero, we still... Okay, we have a Hunter Soul for Foggy, of course, built earlier, only now reaching tier 2. So LawLiet with the upper hand, thanks to his early tech.
Foggy really feels that he needs to catch up, especially in experience, because we already have an almost level 3 Demon Hunter on the one side, while the other one is still struggling to find that one. Speaking of him, finally be able to get that one by clearing off the Goblin Merchant, find himself the Brand of Illusion, which can be a really good item later when you have a bear fight, for example, and you do some illusions. And I even have seen people drop out of the game because they think it's a real army, but it's just an army of illusions, so there's a lot of potential with this item. Especially on a high level where you can kind of evaluate every unit, because it's like really important to have like more bears than your opponent to take a good fight, to take a good engagement. But with the Keeper of the Grove, I think he will be able to kill a few hunters if he commits.
Yeah, I agree. Entangle is a very powerful spell, especially once you get level 3. It does crazy damage. On level 1, it's basically just an end snare with a bit damage over time, but still the end snare, keeping the unit to one place is super damn effective, especially against bears. But yeah, we'll see about that. Tension of Lore's not yet up, but tier 3 tech's in the work already, and LawLiet is so far ahead.
Yeah, he's ahead in tech. He got that Keeper of the Grove a little bit early, but he felt the need to play a little more passive. So he was sitting in his base, sitting tight, waiting a little bit to gather some forces. And now he feels like, okay, I can leave my base. I know that there's no archer aggression coming out of you. You will not snipe my mercenary. You will not kill my archers. But also Foggy, on the other hand, is not using any illusions to scout. He just goes for another round of creeping, finds another set of illusions. Ooh. Keeper of the Grove is there on the field for him as well. But in the meantime, LawLiet is already going for the big jackpot spot.
And it is Healing Wards. Very nice in Bear Mirror, because it's usually hard to attack it later. You can use the Keeper, you can use your Dryads, but do you really want that? I don't know. On the other side, man, claws +6 as well, +12 damage and crazy attack speed for the Korean. Foggy on level 3 on his Demon Hunter as well. Not equally equipped, but the 2 rods or Wands of Illusion, they can make such a big difference. But I think I would only use one for a fight and like one for scouting.
Yeah, absolutely. I would try to scout my opponent, maybe force like a few arrows out of him. Like, even if he sees the illusion, he's creeping a big camp, he may be questioning himself and retreating, because he doesn't know what's happening all over the map. Now we're gonna see some Zeppelin action coming out. There's no Wisp for LawLiet at this laboratory, so he doesn't know that this one is coming. Entangle on the creep, this will finish it up in a few. That Ancient of War creeping did not start yet, and in the meantime we do have that Demon Hunter picking up a Claws of Attack +9, so +21 damage without Roar and Orb of Venom.
That is so nuts. Yeah, +26 with the Orb of Venom. But let's see what Foggy is capable of doing. He's dropping into LawLiet's base, going for the shop right away. That's a great time, because there is no staff out and no orb, but now he gets there in time. Maybe he doesn't have resources for the orb, and wow, the Keeper of the Grove just mauled to death. That poor guy had no chance.
Well, either the ping for the players is completely trash, or this was like somewhat of a serious misplay there, because there was absolutely no need of losing that hero, because there was a Zeppelin that he could still use. Of course, the reaction from LawLiet with the Staff of Preservation on his Keeper of the Grove, he staffed the Demon Hunter to the main base to buy that Orb of Venom, because he knew that he definitely wants to pick that one up. But also Foggy in need to buy some more time, because he knows that his tech speed is not as fast as the tech speed of his opponents. He will lose another hunt, 2 of them super red. Can he pick that one up? Zeppelin micro not on point, and not sure if it's all the bot and the ping issues, or if this is just some decent misplays happening here. Before the King of the Hill started, I saw him lose a game on NetEase against another player. That seemed also a little off there, but yeah, whatever. I hope that he can stabilize, but it doesn't look that way. It looks way too good for LawLiet at this point.
Yeah, maybe Foggy is just a bit overplayed. Because he's practicing so much, and he has these big tournaments, and he plays Jara Cups, and he plays basically everything that he can get his hands on. Maybe a few days rest would be good for him.
Yeah, this is something that young players sometimes don't get wrong. They feel like the need of like I need to practice, practice, practice. But at some point, you also need that kind of phase to like embrace the stuff that you have just learned, not by just practicing, but by taking a break and taking a step back in order to really like think about stuff or even get like something else on your mind. But if you are so committed, he has just been to China and he feels like, okay, I need to catch up with the Chinese guys, and how to do that like with a lot of practice. But
yeah, true.
the fight doesn't look all that good. 44 supply against 35. The keeper is the target again. Where's the Dispel? Dispel rejuvenation being used. Can he get the kill or force a Town Ball? That keeper is dropping low. He's level 3 and he decides to Town Ball out. This was a really good fight. Steps out the Dryad. It's not losing anything here. He lost 1 Huntress to the Endtanger, but this is a unit that you definitely, you do not need it in a late game. And forcing a Town Portal to keep that Keeper of the Grove from falling was definitely the right call, and nice execution there from Foggy.
Yeah, nice little comeback for him, but he's still 10 foods down. And of course his Demon Hunter is under-equipped compared, but he's level 4 now. That's quite okay. The Demon Hunter of LawLiet is level 4 as well. But at least he caught up with evasion. That's a lot more tankiness. And he got the first heal scroll. That is so important in Mirror, but I think the Keeper of the Grove of LawLiet... No, only a Town Portal, and an Invo Potion. Won't do that mistake for the second time. Yeah, but no heal scroll.
Look at this, he goes to a spot that was scrapped by LawLiet earlier, and now the second big red camp falls into the hand of the South Korean NIGHTELF player, and this is a Book of the Dead, an item that you will probably sell, but an item and also the spot that gives you gold and experience.
Do that. There is Wisp Dispel, there's Dryad Dispel, of course, so you really want to sell it. And that's, of course, a lot of experience as well. Level 4.5 here, level 3.5 here. Good items overall. On the other side, Foggy is still level 2 on his Keeper of the Grove. His LawLiet... Yeah, he's running with the Thorns Aura level 2. That's so much damage. The Zeppelin goes down. He was saved at the first episode here in the fight in LawLiet's base, but not for the second time, though.
Yeah, some people think that LawLiet is like a really good player when it comes down to mechanics, but I feel that he's even better understanding the game on a really deep level. Because also that level 3 on the Keeper and spending it, or level 2 Thorns Aura instead of Entangle, is something that not every NIGHTELF player is doing nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, but it's so smart, because in general you will not have enough mana, nor do you have like that Entangle that go through the entire distance, because usually it will be dispelled in a second. So it's so smart, and also that one Hippogriff that he got against that against the Zeppelin Harris. But now the fight breaks out with the 3 Illusion Bears, and this can really play a crucial role in this fight. We have the Healing Ward being used, immediately being dispelled. The Demon Hunter drops low, but there's a Healing Scroll on him, a second Healing Scroll on the Keeper. No Healing Scrolls for LawLiet. And with the upgrades, as long as he can keep the Demon Hunter alive, or with the Scrolls, I think he got a nice advantage to his hands.
Oh, but there's Entangle, where's the Dispel? There it is, Rejuvenation immediately.
He even micros the Illusion Bears so that it looks like they are real, and he's like overcommitting to them. So well done.
That's so cool, man. And you see how much damage they all soak up. The first one's down, the second one is to like 14 HP, the other one is at 200 HP. That is so much damage that affected him at no point here. His bears, his real bears, are all super healthy except this one here. But yeah, that's how the Step of Illusion can work for you.
Now the defender advantage comes into play. We have Wisp there to his advantage. We have Moonwells that still got some juice. And it looks like LawLiet could turn the fight around if Foggy overextends. There is no Town Ball. One bear is dropping low. The other one gets staffed out by LawLiet. We have a super low bear there for Foggy that needs to be microed. The Demon Hunter dives in really deep. Needs to be careful. If the focus is going down on him, there's almost an Entangle. Second heal scroll is being used. He kills one bear. He's not killing that Berserker. About to lose 2 bears on his own side. But this Demon Hunter needs to be very careful. Uses one Moonwell. Forces one bear to die. And the other one gets staffed out in the very last second. While one bear remains in the main base, will get killed. He kills the Berserker but dies in the end. 48 supply against 45 supply, so still kinda equal. But this fight, I'm not sure if you really want to take it like on equal conditions into your main base of your opponent.
A player's forces are
No, I don't think so. I think the Bears of LawLiet are still a bit stronger with the upgrades. Let's check 2-0 versus 1-0. Yeah, so they are a bit better. The illusions were about to wear off, so you could see, okay, you've been faking me the entire time. Demon Hunter of LawLiet is stronger, and then, as you mentioned, Moonwell support reinforcements are coming in a lot faster if you fight in your own base. I don't know. I think Foggy wanted to do more damage with his Demon Hunter. That's why he kept the staff on without cooldown, and that cost him like 2 or 3 bears because LawLiet was not focusing the Demon Hunting, was purely focusing the bears in the late stage of the fight.
Yeah, that's true, but plus 26 damage, almost level 5 without Roar. This could result in a lot more damage. Now he's on 2-1 upgrade lead against the 1-1 upgrade that is kicking in for Foggy in a second. And both of the players will now play it rather safe than sorry. They know that every single mistake now can cause the lose of the second game here. Because if you go with the Zeppelin drop, you might be risking your main base, and then we've seen what happens. Then you, after losing your main base, you try to be aggressive, but the other one is already banking on that, gets like a lot of units, and kills you inside his main base, because you're kind of forced to act. But we have that one Hippogriff that keeps tabs on everything there by LawLiet, so this is pretty nice. Besides that, of course, upgrade leads still for LawLiet. Can he catch up? Will be a tough task to do that. Lines up the second upgrade, and this is something that we always, that I talked about with Rich, and I think you as well. When you go keeper second, you usually go for the defense upgrades because you don't want to do more damage because this one will get like feedbacked from the Thorns aura.
Exactly, that's why I don't get about now. But there must be a reason to it, or people are not thinking about this. I don't really know. But if you do more damage, you get more damage in return, thanks to the Thorns aura, exactly. So yeah, I don't really get that, but he knows better, I guess.
So 3-2 upgrades will be researched for LawLiet. He's now buying the Zeppelin. This is something that he's famous for, especially in Night of Mirror. And I've also seen, or you guys told me the story of an Invis Demon Hunter blocking the entrance and then sniping their Tree of Life. That is something that would be awesome to see, but we've already seen it once, so everything that you have seen once already is not as spectacular. We have 2 Dryads chasing down one, so LawLiet's Dryad is dead. Zeppelin going over to that side of the map. 0 creep camps remain. It's kind of a small map. LawLiet is already opening up the opportunity to go up to 80 supply. A scan is being thrown down into the main base to check on that. And yeah, both of them can pretty much go into 70 or 80 supply. But there's a lack of wood, I feel, for Foggy. He will be 2-2 upgraded, while the second defense upgrade is coming, and he's already in 3 attack upgrades, Mr. LawLiet. So an upgrade advantage. Zeppelin is scouted now with the Dryads. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, and he's circling around his Tree of Eternity. He knows exactly what's going on. And that's one way to deal with it, but the more time he gives LawLiet, the more likely is a transition into Chimeras.
Double Orb of Venom on both of the heroes. Like, Keeper got an Orb of Venom and Demon Hunter got an Orb of Venom. On the side of LawLiet. And yeah, this is kind of lame, kind of a lame standoff, but yeah, these guys are playing for money, and sometimes you just need to make something that works. And you said there might be an opportunity for Chims. And I've seen that game where LawLiet eats up a lot of trees, creates some space, and throws down some Chimera roots deep in the forest. And it seems like we're going to see something similar, something like of that regard in a second.
Yep, there is the Engine of Wonders, exactly, you show it on stream here. Eating through the forest, and that's a good spot to place your Chim Roosts. Yeah, on the other side, Demon Hunter is getting chased.
He's about to die. There's no Zeppelin in the laboratory, no escape mechanism, and this guy is going down.
Indeed, double level up for the Korean here, and that's so costly to get your hero back. Of course, he has 1,600 gold, so you can easily afford it, but still, you want to invest it into your army. Oops, sorry, your army.
Neither is breaking upkeep yet. And now
they're both in no upkeep. That's really weird.
Yeah, and now the Keeper is in the middle of the map, and he could easily catch that. Yeah, he got enough mana for an Entangle. He's not buying back the Demon Hunter.
Uh-oh.
We see that the Zeppelin is coming, so this one will pick him up. But it's super scary. Whenever he drops these bears on top of you, they do like so much damage with the 3 attack upgrades they already have. And without the Demon Hunter, LawLiet feels like, okay, I'm gonna take this fight. 2 heroes against 1, what can you really do?
Yeah, why wouldn't you, man? And Entangle on the 1 bear, Zeppelin micro for both players. Demon Hunter for LawLiet taking a lot of hits, but his bears of Foggy has to be microed away. There is an inmune potion for the Demon and the Zeppelin, of course, to reposition him here to a degree. The next Entangle, and Foggy is losing so many hit points, not using the Moon Juice to full extent. Demon Hunter's still in kind of a trouble, but Rejuvenation is working so great for him. The bears are falling left, right, and also center, and there's nothing left for the Ukrainian. GG.
Wow. A little anticlimactic in the end.